So one of the things I have been wanting to learn for a little while is Trinket's blocks editing environment. So in every other video, when I've worked with VPython, I always select the Python option because that's what I've been trained in, is this, line by line text. But for newer coders, Trinket offers this blocks environment. And so I'd like to learn a little more about how this works so that I can recommend it to my students who are starting out and maybe make some additional tutorials based on the blocks environment. So what I want to do in this video is open a new Trinket using the blocks environment. And I want to create a kind of code that I already know how to make, so I'm not going to do any groundbreaking physics here. I just want to explore this, offer my commentary on it along the way. And what I want to do is make a code where I have a box. So I've got, a six-sided cube, and then I've got a ball bouncing around inside the box. So let's go ahead and give this thing a name. Let's call it ball in a box made with blocks. There we go. No, I haven't been reading a lot of Dr. Seuss lately. Why do you ask? Okay, so let's think about this. As I understand it, I have to select items from the lists over here. So let's start maybe with let's start with the box that we want this thing to go around in. So I'm going to add a box here. And like usual, you can click run to see what the thing is doing. Okay, so there's my box. And I want this to be the box within which the ball bounces. Now, of course, I can't see inside here. So I'm going to see if I can get from this thing an attribute. Okay, so I'm clicking on the plus to add an attribute to this. So now I'm going to grab opacity. Okay, I guess I have to click and drag that over here. Ooh, I got a little sound effect. I don't know if you heard that, but I heard that. So I've got a little clicky sound effect there. And so I want my opacity. Let's see, I guess I double click and change this. It would be kind of cool if this were a slider for something like opacity, since it's going to go between 0 and 1. Let's make it 50% opacity. I see that this doesn't automatically update, which is fine. Okay, I've got 50% opacity. That's okay. Let's make it 40%. And click run. Cool. And I think that ought to be fine. I think that ought to be okay for right now. Let me see here. How do I get out of this menu? Do I click on the plus again? Okay, cool. I'm a little curious what the view code looks like, but I think I'll wait till I've got a little more blocks in there to figure that out. All right, now what do these things do? What is this? This is, oh, that just centers me in the block. Okay, and then this zooms in and zooms out. Okay, and I guess this is how I delete things, is click and drag this over here. Okay, so I don't want to delete that just yet. All right, I'm not sure what this little knob here does. All right, so let's try adding a new item. Let's add a sphere over here. And let's give the sphere, let's see, I'm concerned about it fitting inside this box. So that means I want to change its radius. Here I've got the thing's radius. So I'll go over here. Ooh, they automatically click together. Okay, that's nice. So the box, actually, let's see if I can do this. Can I reference this box's size? I would like the sphere to be some size relative to the box. So how do I set this equal to a variable, I guess? Okay, set thing to this. Okay, so let's drag this out. That's why it has a little knobby thing out here. Click. Oh, sweet. And so now I can click and drag this around and it moves the whole thing. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, set new variable. I get a pop-up where I say new variable name. I don't think I can name it box. Let's name it frame, maybe. Okay, so now I've got a frame in here. Oh, I need to do the same thing with the sphere, don't I? I need to give this thing a variable. Oh, that's cool. And while I'm clicking and doing all this stuff, it leaves my little pull-out menu down here, so I don't lose track of anything. In case that's distracting people, I will take that away. Let's see. So I want to do the same thing with set item to over here. So that's kind of cool how I could start out with a variable and start with the name and then add the shape, or I can start with the shape and then add the name. That's kind of neat. I like that a lot because students will think about that differently. Let's try a new variable. Let's call this one ball. So we've got a ball in a frame. Okay, now, is there a way I can access from here the ball's size vector. Like if I say frame dot size dot x. Nope, that's not working. That's not working. Okay, is there a way? Because if I run this, I don't want my sphere's radius to be 1. It will overtake the box. I could just make this 0.1. I think I've got to, there we go. Oh, you have to rerun the code. Okay, I mean, that fits inside there. And let's give it a different color. Click. Okay, cool. And now, oh, cool. It gives me a little selection menu. Oh, this alone is worth the price of admission. Let's go a little dark red. There we go. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Okay, now here's my question. Is there a way for me to access... Can I put this in here? Oh, then I get rid of that 0.1. All right, what happens to the 0.1? I guess I can move the 0.1 to the trash. Oh, okay. I think this is what I'm looking for. So let's set that equal to frame. Okay, the frames. Oh, cool. I can get the position. Then I can get the positions X. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. Okay, this is cool. Okay, this is where my students struggle the most, is remembering how to relate the different objects together and remembering all the attributes that they can have. And so having it with a drop-down menu like this is pretty phenomenal. So I've got my frame here. I've got its position, and I've got that position's X coordinate. Now, is there a way I can multiply this times something? Because I want it to be like 1/10 of that. I guess I could look for maybe another item out here, but that doesn't let me connect this to anything. Okay, so I don't want that. I think what I want, shapes, no, graphs. Oh, that's going to be great. All right, we'll try the graph toward the end. We got a vector here. Ooh, I can get dot product. Ooh, that's cool. Math. Okay. Oh, okay. Here's what I want. So I want to do some math with this thing. And I want to put this in the place of one of these ones, I think. Can I do that? Can I put that? Oh, yes, I can. Okay, so I can click and drag that into here. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I can change this to a multiplication with a 0.1. Enter. All right, now I can get rid of this thing. I don't need this anymore. Oh, wait, no, excuse me. That's the opacity. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So I can move this thing up to here to the sphere's radius. Oh my gosh, okay. So now I've got, oh, I need to move the main item. Let's zoom out a little bit. This is getting big. Okay, so I've got my ball. It's a sphere. It's got a radius that's given by 0.1 times the frames, not position, excuse me, I meant size. Oh, and I can easily see that and easily change that. I don't like how it keeps popping out every time the size of the doohickey changes. Is there a problem with that for some reason? Let's see, let's click and drag this into here. No? Okay. Let's zoom in a little bit. Can I take this? Let's see. Is there some way I can... Let's zoom out first. Okay, I don't like the order this is in. Let's try putting the... Oops. Let's try... All right, the interface itself leaves a little bit to be desired, I think. The interface itself is a little bit clunky moving around in here. So I've got sphere, I've got color. Let's try putting the radius on the bottom instead. No, it forced me to put the radius up there. All right, let's try radius here, color here. Okay, it's got to have them in that order for some reason. I guess I don't know why I can't plug this into here. Okay, that's a little bit frustrating that I've made this thing too big and now it can't fit there on the radius. Maybe if I try connecting that there. No. Do I need... Let's see. All right, I'll probably cut this out for the sake of time. Okay, let me cut back. Okay, so I found out that I can't quite fit this into here. I'm not entirely sure why, so that's a little bit frustrating. Maybe if I remove the color first, snap this into here. Okay, for some reason it's not letting me do that. So what I'm going to do is make a new variable. And we're going to say set item equal to this thing. And we're going to say that this is... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I know how to do this now. Can I set ball... No, I don't want to do that. All right, let's call it a new variable. We're going to call this sphere radius. There we go. So now let's click and drag that up to here. And so now my radius here, let's get variable, grab an item. This item is going to be sphere radius. Why is that vector? Is that why it won't snap together? Is because this thing thinks it's a vector? Size vector x. Do you think that this thing is a vector for some reason? Times, multiply. Okay, well, so let me do that there. All right, let's run that, see if we get an error. No, that was not a problem. Okay. I'm not sure why that was giving me so much grief earlier. Can I pop this into here now? And now it lets me pop that into here. Okay, I'm not sure what I was doing wrong. I guess I'll get rid of this part. So that, for some reason, that wasn't snapping into that. I'm not sure why. Okay, so point being, I've got set ball to this sphere. And the sphere's size is determined by the frame size. So let's test that. Let's cut that in half. It should get smaller. Sure enough, it did get smaller. I think I like it at the 0.1. Let's split the difference. Let's make it 0.75. Okay, so that initial part was a, 0.075. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Okay, so I'm decently happy with that. I'm not sure why it was giving me grief on snapping those two things together. What happens if I put these together? Does that just put those in order, I guess? It doesn't allow me to move them. Oh, it allows me to move the top one together. Okay, so I can move the whole thing together if I move this. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. So the next thing I need to do is get this thing going in a loop so that I can get the ball to animate. So I know that I want a loop for that. Let's say repeat while we do something. Okay, so now let's say, and I like how all this is color coded. So you get an idea that this is a shape. This is a variable. This is a color. I do wish that the menus had that same color so you could match them back together. So we're going to say while, and then here I need something else. I guess I need a logic for that. Okay, so we're going to look for while something equals something. Here I need to have an item. Oops, that means I need to have a time. Let's see here. We'll just do while true. That's fine. Repeat. While, that's interesting. Is there a way to get different logic thing out here? Okay, here we go. We'll do while true. Okay, I don't need this part. So we'll just do while true. So I can have true or false there. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to repeat while true. And the things we need to do, I like how it has the do here. That's something I feel like is missing from the written loops on VPython, is that, you know, you're supposed to tell the students, oh, when it's indented, it repeats. Well, they never remember that. So let's see here. I need to have my variables because I need to change the position of the ball. So we're going to go to ball. All right. I need to go to its position vector. Let's see. Or could it be under math that I need? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's the thing I'm looking for. I think this is what I'm looking for. What does this do? Let's see. All right, let's move this thing out because I think this is my increase or decrease operator. It looks like, although that's got a minus to it. Oh no, wait, no. This is what I want. I think this is what I want. Okay, we're gonna go set ball.pos.vector. Oh, it doesn't like that this is a vector. All right, so how can I do that with... Oh, I need to go to vector. Right, so I need to go vector. Let's see. Well, let me add vector. All right, what's the best way to add vectors here? Is it going to be under math? No. Is it going to be under logic variables? All right, how do I add two vectors together? If I have a vector here, let's see. I guess the... Okay, so I looked up an example, and what I have to do is I need to grab an item here. This needs to be my ball's position vector. And I need to click and drag that into one of these. There we go. Now this is going to do vector addition. So we're going to say, oh, can it do vector addition? Okay, so what I have to do, it looks like I can't add vectors directly with the blocks. So what I have to do is update each individual component, which is okay. So actually, one thing I need to do before all this is set up a velocity. So we're going to go with an item. No, not an item. Well, I will need an item in a minute. Let's go set item 2. We'll put that in between here. Put this up here. Put this up here. And then I want to set a new variable. We're going to call this one velocity 2. Let's give it a vector. Nope, I don't want that. I want a... Let's grab this vector then. Set it to a vector. And let's give our velocity a, let's put it in the X direction, in the Y direction, and in the Z direction. There we go. And so what I want to do now is say repeat while true, set ball position to vector 2. What I need to do now is bring in a vector right over here. Okay, and what I have to do is I have to update each of these components separately. So we can't add the vectors together directly. So we're just going to say, let's see, okay, I need to drag in an item here. So let's say this is velocity dot x. Oh, and then I need to multiply that by dt, don't I? Okay, so let's do a math here. Let's see, we're going to multiply this. Let's see, we'll click and drag this into here. Good. Do a multiplication. And then I need to set a dt. It really does help you think about the things you haven't defined yet. New variable, we'll call this dt. Make it equal to variable item. We'll make it a small number. Oh, no, wait. No. How do I get just a number on there? Math. Ah, here's just a number. Excuse me. I'll make this a 0.1. There we go. All right. So let's see. We're going to click and drag. Okay. Now I have an item. Make this one DT. Put that into here. Let's just put the DT on top rather than rearranging everything. Okay. So I'm ready to take this thing and put it into here for my new X. Okay, cool. So now I set the ball position vector equal to, oh wait, no, I want to increase it by that amount. Shoot. Oh goodness. Okay, so what I need to do is come back up here to, let's see, because I can't, oh gosh, I wish I could add to the vector here. Wait, can I? If I do this, can I? Okay, let me try this. Let's try putting in math. Nope, variables item. Okay, so we're going to do ball position dot x. We're going to click and drag that into here. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't want that in there. Excuse me. I'm going to take that out. We're going to take... oops. No. Undelete it. Oh, come back, Allie. Okay, we're going to put in a vector. Oh, gosh, I need to... There's no undo button on this, is there? Control Z? Control Z? Oh, good. Control Z works. All right. Whew. Okay. So let's see. I need to add these two together. right? So I need to put in a math of addition to go in here. And then I want this to go in here, and I want this to go in here. Okay, so I figured out a way to add these two together. And so actually, let's get rid of this thing. So what I want in here is this vector. So I want to set the ball's position vector equal to ball.pos.x plus velocity.x times dt. Now here's the problem. I have to do the same thing for y and z. And I don't know if there's a way to copy and paste. If I select this thing, can I copy and paste? Oh, thank goodness. Duplicate. Okay, right click, duplicate. Okay, all right, that makes life so much better because now I can just click and drag that into here. Click and drag, oh goodness. Click and drag this into, all right, let's zoom out a little bit. This is getting long. Click and drag this into here. And then click and drag this into here. Okay, and now what I have to do, I have to change all of these x's. I'm so sorry for the scale here. I need to change these x's into y's, and then change these x's into z's. Okay, after 24 minutes of recording, I don't know how long this is on the video after hopefully some editing, I have finally gotten it to move, except not really because I have to add a rate. So we're going to go to animation, loop somewhere, rate. Here we go. Can I insert this? Okay, good. Let me insert that in here. Let's just do a simple rate of 10. All right, let's hit save. All right, we don't have it bouncing off the walls yet, but let's click run and see if it moves. Okay, good. I've gotten the thing to move. I'm not really happy with how it doesn't add vectors for me, that I have to manually kludge that together. But let's press on and let's add in the bounce. So for that, I need to go to a logic. So let's go down here. We'll put this into here. So I'm looking for an if. Okay, that's just for getting else's and stuff. Okay, so we're going to say if the... Let's see, I need to go to logic. Yes, I need to do this here. And then I need an item. I need to look for whether I have moved beyond the bounds of the box. So here we're going to look for the ball's positions x component is greater than... let's see, the easiest way to do this is just going to be get a variable, put it into here, and let's just call that the, not the ball, excuse me, the frames. I don't know why these just popped out of nowhere. The frames size vectors x component. Nope. Okay. Gosh. Okay. Now grab this one. All right. There we go. Maybe if students grow up on this kind of thing, maybe it's easier. I don't know. Do I have absolute value formula somewhere? Do I have absolute value? I do have absolute value. Okay, so we're going to take this, put it into here. I'm going to click and drag this, put that into there. Okay, cool. So now we'll check for whether it goes too far to the left or too far to the right. And I want to do some vector here. I think you can do vector multiplication, or multiply by a scalar, I should say. Let's see. Wait, are we sure we can't add vectors? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. You can add vectors. Why wouldn't it drag in earlier? Why did it not let me drag that in earlier? Oh, because it's not actually letting me do addition. It's only letting me do addition, multiplication, or subtraction by a scalar. Okay, well, that's... Oh, wait. If I click and drag in another vector, will it let me do addition? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. I wasted about 10 minutes of my life doing all of this stuff up here. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm gonna leave this up here as a memorial to trying your best. We'll trash that there, and we're gonna multiply this by -1. Oh, wait, except I don't want this to be the vector, do I? No. I don't want to multiply the entire vector by -1. I only want to do the... Click and drag this. I only want this to be the balls, velocities. Oh wait, so it's not velocity. It's got a separate thing. That's right. Velocities, X component. Yes, that. Pop in there. I want that to be multiplied by -1. So do that. Oh gosh. Oh right. I have to set it equal to that. Okay, so I need to get variable item. Nope, not that one. Variables set item equal to set velocity x equal to velocity x times -1. Okay, and that gets popped under here. All right, now, can I copy this whole thing? Can I duplicate this? Okay, good. I can duplicate that whole block. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. Well, my students are going to like that. I think if you start with a code, it's a lot easier. Yeah, never have students code from scratch. I'm willing to do it as a beta tester for them, but yeah, students should not code from scratch. Let's see. We got y and y. Y here, and then Y here. So I changed all the X's to Y's. Oh, that's so much easier to see visually. Okay, once you have the thing set up, it's a lot easier to edit, I think. All right, then we'll pop this in here. Scroll down, scroll over, and then we'll change all of these Y's to Z's. Z, 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 Z. Okay. Now that, I mean, my original code, the ball has gone way past the frame of view here. Okay. Oh, you know what? This has to be the frame divided by 2, right? Because it has to be the size divided by 2, because otherwise it's bouncing off the wrong thing. Okay. See, now this is where I'm going to get a little bit frustrated with it, because now I have to change all of these to divided by 2. And in the code, it would just be a matter of putting /2 in front of all of them. But for this, I have to go into math, put this in here, pop that into there. I guess it's not too terribly bad. Then I have to, oops, I don't know why that did that. I have to divide this. Oops, I'm on the wrong thing here. Let's multiply. Nope, just do undo. There we go. Okay. I need to come down here. I need to pop this into here. All right, and then I need to select division. I need to divide by 2. It's not always clear where my mouse is going, and so that's a little bit challenging. Okay, can I duplicate this? Yes. Okay, good. We're going to pop that into here. Move this to the trash. Change this to a Y. Okay. All right, we're going to duplicate this here. So it's kind of like working with groups in PowerPoint. Pop that into here. Trash this. All right, I don't know that this is any faster than coding it in terms of lines of text, but I can see how it's easier maneuvering for the students. All right, let's click run. There we go. Now I could subtract off of that the radius of the ball. I can also just make the ball a little bit smaller so that you don't quite get the illusion of that. So 0.02. And let's add a trail to the ball. Make trail. Here we go. We'll say make trail equals true. We'll run this. There we go. Okay, that's cool. Oh, you know what I can also do? I can also decrease the time step. Let's set dt equal to 0.01. And then increase the frame rate. I tell you what would be neat would be, okay, that's gorgeous. I tell you what would be neat would be if you could tell it to lock the frame rate and DT together so that this automatically adjusted based on the DT. Okay, so I'm happy with my result here. It's a little more complicated than I would like. Now that I know that you can actually add vectors, I see that this didn't need to be as complicated as I made it. But you know what? I'm glad I did it myself because now I know and will remember. I think the same principle is true here as is true of every time we teach coding to our students, that you need to give students a set of blocks of code to start with instead of making them start from scratch. If I gave this to my students pared down and made a little bit simpler. I think it would be easier to teach. It would be easier for them to visualize. I think I will give this a try at some point in class. I need to practice with it a little bit more because I'm not accustomed to working with code this way, but I'm getting students these days who are accustomed to doing it with things like Scratch. So I think I'm going to give it a whirl in class at some time, maybe this semester, maybe spring. I don't know. I'm a little curious what the code ends up looking like. Okay, that's pretty much what I would make the code look like. I wonder what this 100 comma wait is. I hadn't seen that set up before. Yeah, this is pretty much how I would set it up. So, okay, well done, Trinket. GlowScript blocks for an excellent product. I'm looking forward to trying this out more in the future. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.